Don't toss those sweatpants just because you got a busted drawstring. Welcome to the Sewing Report. I'm Jen. This channel is all about making sewing fun and approachable. And we are going to revive a pair of sweatpants. This is a fairly common issue. You got some sweatpants, and after a while, the drawstring gets frayed, it gets busted, it breaks. Something happens to it, it looks like hot garbage. These are by far my favorite sweatpants. I got them on sale from UGG a few years ago. I know UGG, they make more than just boots, although I do have 4 pairs, and I live in these. I'm like the sweatpants queen. Recently, the drawstring has been kind of looking a little sad, so I decided to try to replace it. Bring in Amazon. I found some replacement drawstrings. I did have to buy like 4, so now I have 4 gray replacement drawstrings, and it also came with this tool. So we're going to try this out and see if we can replace this drawstring so that these sweatpants can keep on trucking. Now, you do have to make sure when you are replacing the drawstring, I did notice some sweatpants have a drawstring that you can't really remove. And I'm going to show you what I mean. This is another pair of sweatpants I got from Aldi's, like the grocery chain. And at the back, the drawstring is permanently in the waistband because you can see this little bit of stitching here. So I actually can't remove this drawstring. Luckily, this one is still in decent shape, so I don't have to do that. Just know that you will run into this issue with some sweatpants, and the stitching is really tight in here, so I'm not even sure I could really seam rip this and get the stitching out, so these are going to be as is. But the sweatpants in question do not have that problem, so I will be able to completely remove the drawstring. And yeah, look at, here's a close-up so you can really see how bad the damage is. It's frayed, it's broken, so we got to take this out. Now, these sweatpants have an interesting feature. So the end is tied, and then it was like dipped in rubber. So that's kind of an interesting feature. I actually did like this. I've never purchased UGG sweatpants before. So I'm actually going to cut the end of one so that I can, oh yeah, the other side is pretty bad too. So I'm going to cut this so that I can remove the drawstring, because right now this rubber part's going to get stuck inside the waistband. So I'm taking just a pair of scissors. By the way, I do sell these in the Sewing Report Etsy shop, and I will link to this drawstring replacement kit down below in the description box. It is an affiliate link, but I purchased it myself. So now that one end is cut, I should be able to just pull this completely out, hopefully. Okay, there we go. So here is the replacement drawstring. So we'll try this out with the tool. It's got sort of a metal end protector here, so that's sort of nifty. And here's the tool. All right, so here's what the tool looks like. So it looks like I have to thread the end into this part here of the replacement drawstring and then thread it through. So we're gonna give this a try. And when I was reading the reviews, people were saying it was kind of difficult to do that. All right, I don't know if this is really gonna work. We may have to use something else. We'll have to see. All right, is this gonna actually be able to fit in here? I don't even know. I'm using like all of my strength. I'm not sure about this tool here. Keeping it 100 here, this tool is kind of a dud. So we're gonna try something different. I've got some painter's tape, and I'm going to try to attach the drawstring to the tool. It's not going through those slots. Yeah, that's not really happening. All right, so we're gonna wind this around the tool here, and then I'm going to put some painter's tape around it to try to keep this in place. I don't know, will this work? I'm not 100% sure. I'm struggling with this tool. Thanks, Amazon. That's what I get, right? All right, so we're gonna wrap this around. And actually, one of the other reviews I saw did say they did something like this, and they were successful. All right, so we're just gonna take this painter's tape. There we go, wrap it around. This should keep it in place just like temporarily, hopefully. All right, so this actually does feel like it'll work. So now I've got my little, yeah, we definitely had to like jerry rig this thing. All right, so now I'm gonna try to run this through the waistband here. All right, so run this through. Luckily, this waistband is really pretty wide. So this is like it must be like 3 inches or something. And this will take you a little bit, so be patient. I run elastics and strings through waistbands and other casings for other sewing projects, and yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit tedious. Sometimes I will use a safety pin to do it. I also know there are some tools you can buy. I just tend to do it the old-fashioned way. usually, but I thought I would try out this tool since it came with the replacement drawstrings. And I did notice this drawstring was a little bit shorter than the original. So here, now it's coming out the other side. So now I've got both sides of the tool outside the waistband. All right, let's see if this will work. I think it'll fit. Yeah, it does fit in here. So here it is going through the waistband. There was a little bit of friction, but I think it worked. Hopefully the tape doesn't come off as I'm doing this. That would be kind of not great. Okay, yeah, I can definitely feel it in the waistband. Yeah, I feel like the tape or something got caught on something. Okay, no, it's going through. Okay. It's starting to happen, guys. It's starting to happen. Okay, oh, this definitely got caught. I feel like this got caught on something. All right. All right, here we go. Actually, oh, wow. All right, did this work? Okay, I feel the drawstring. All right, we came out on the other side. Yeah, the tape definitely works better than the slots. Okay, so here it is. This tape worked okay because it's sticky, but it's not like overly sticky. All right, here we go. This definitely worked better than trying to use the slots. The slots were just too, yeah, there was not enough room in there. So that did not really happen. Okay. All right, so yeah, kind of unconventional, but it kind of worked. We managed to run the replacement drawstring through the waistband and out both sides. Now, I don't want the new drawstring to get sucked back into the waistband, so I'm going to tie a knot in both ends here. So we're just gonna tie a knot. All right, so that it does not get pulled back into the waistband. All right, so here we go. I'm doing it pretty close to the end here. I don't want it to come out. All right, let's try this out here. Okay, that worked. Okay, I might have to tie another one just because, yeah, that you can sort of see that might be problematic. We're just gonna tie a second knot here, sort of close to the first one. We really do not want this to get lost in there. All right, here we go. That should be pretty good. I'm gonna tie another knot, just kind of right on top of the first one, just so that it can't, yeah, we just don't want it to get lost in here. Let me try this now. Okay, yeah, you can see this ain't going anywhere. This is a little bit shorter than the original. You can get different lengths, of course. My waistband's probably like a 30. I like a more relaxed fit. And now I will tie a new bow here. All right, so new day, new drawstring, same sweatpants. So that's just a quick way to fix your sweatpants if the drawstring is busted. I hope you found this video helpful. Over here, I try to give you tips and ways to repair things or mend things so that you can keep your existing clothing for as long as you can. Check out some of my other videos here at the Sewing Report if you want to learn how to sew. Obviously, this is a no-sew project, but I know a lot of people finding their way over here and are interested in learning to sew are also into making their own clothing or even just learning how to repair or fix clothing they already have. So I will see you again in the next one. I'm Jen with the Sewing Report. And remember, whatever you're doing, make it fun.